Okay, we have the trading view. Here's the trading view. Um, let's take a look at trading view so we can see how I usually use it. It's not a complicated thing. Anyways, when I select trading view, mine are ordered. You don't have to log in once you have it, but you can do like this one when I go to Bitcoin. Somewhere on here, there's a place to make it your favorite, and I don't see it here. Let me go back. Where is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's where it says watch list, that's a different list. And then if you go to the left of where it says watch list is the little red tag. That's kind of like your favorites. It doesn't say favorites, but that's what it is. So normally, red list. So I hit the little three lines that are next to that red tag, the favorite list button. To the left of it is the three lines. I think you can hit the plus up there. Let's see, watch list. Oh, that's the watch list. Okay, and then the red list. So it's called a red list. It's not called a favorite. So if you click on it, it brings it up. Let's see. You can sort it, edit it. Let's see what edit does. Okay, you can reorganize it. You can kill it by hitting the little red X, get rid of it. These are all the ones that I hold. Let's see. So that's a quick shortcut for you too. Eventually, you'll get to where you're going to spread out once you start actually accumulating some money. You're going to want to use some of that money to get into some other coins that are going to be up and coming or have a good growth rate and a good use. Like it's going to be used for something, uh, something financial or something contract, something that's actually going to be used. Now, there's a lot of meme coins. Now, the meme coins actually don't have any real use. I can't say that about all of them, but a lot of them, like Dogecoin or the new Trump coin, they don't have any real use. They're just kind of like a community of people coming together and putting their money into it, so it gives it value because they're actually buying it. So anything that people think is valuable and put their money into it, it actually gives it value. It's no different than everybody that believes in the dollar, the Federal Reserve note, our regular dollars. It doesn't have any real value. There's no gold behind it, no silver, but everybody's faith in it that it's usable. Other people will accept it. That gives it, its buying power. The problem with those coins are that there's nothing else holding it up, and if the crowd gets squeamish for any reason, they yank out their money, and it can drop in price drastically, even totally crash. Where that's different with XRP because XRP is the banks are going to be using it. They're not going to drop it. This is going to probably be there for. It may not be overrided with the new system for another 50 years or something. It'd probably be upgraded, but it's in an electronic form that it is, electronic money. XRP is programmable. They can change it to do the things that it needs to do in the future. So it's very different. It's a utility coin. It's got use, so it's always going to be around. And if all the banks are in it, eventually, which a lot of the major central banks around the world are already getting on it. So now the U.S. banks haven't gotten on it yet, but they're about to all jump on it here really quick, and that's what we're looking at, the big growth that's going to happen up front here. Don't worry about if anything gets, there's no need to be worried about or get scared about if you see the price drop or you see it shoot up, and you don't have to do anything that's like move quickly. There's not, the only thing that I'm saying move quickly is get involved right now, because which you have, is because there's going to be a huge jump from here. You know, so the price may never be back to $3 and something again. It probably will go up, and it will probably never look back. It's going to go up and down as usual. That's what the market does. But it's steadily going to be rising, just like Bitcoin. It has a lot of ups, it has a lot of downs. People get scared, they sell, and they lose their money because they get scared. I'm not sure why, because all they have to do is hold on another week and it goes right back up, you know, or something like that, or even a month. Now sometimes it's been months before it got back to a point they had gotten to before as a high. But when you look at Bitcoin, let's take a look at this here. Like Bitcoin, right now, you'll see underneath this green line that's squiggling across the screen, on the bottom you have the 1 day. That's what it's done in a day. And then if you hit the 1 week, that's what it's done this week. In a month, that's what it looks like for a whole month. On the left bottom, you'll see it says the 22nd of December. And then it gets to the 28th. Let me get my pencil out. Maybe I could use a little bit of a pointer. But this little pointer, I don't know if you can even see that little circle. But over here it says the 1st of January. Then it gets all the way to the 18th on the far right. But if we go back 3 months, you click the 3 months. Over here on the far left is, and if you touch the screen, let's see, can I get it to come up? Where is it? Okay, it's not coming out. I have to do it with my finger. So here, it'll show you the price and the date, October 24. Bitcoin was at 66,000 in October. And when I let go, the white lettering, of course, at the top it's at 102 at this moment. If you hold your, oops, and go back, put your finger down on the screen and glide across, when that little bar shows up, at the highest point, it was 106. Okay, so 106,000. So that's kind of how you look at that. So you can try and plan. Let's go to all. Click all on the far right. And this is the path that Bitcoin has taken since 2015. So let's see, 2015, 10 years ago, it was $230. Is that right? Wow. So yeah, so it was about $230 10 years ago. And now it's at 102,000. I got in, let's see, when was it I got in? I got in like 2020. I think it was April. Yeah, April 2020. Somewhere in there. It was like it was between about some at 8,800 and some at 9,100, something like that. Right in this spot is where I got in. And yeah, it has some big ups. And then it had a huge down right here. Went down to 16,000. It got as high as 58,000. See, so I got in at 9,000. And then I ended up selling to get my money back out at about 60. I thought it was 60. It was close to 60,000. Actually, I think it was more. I think it was, this doesn't show you the detail. I think there actually has a higher spike when you zoom in tighter. I think I sold it at 67 or something like that. And all I did was sell what I needed to sell to get my initial investment out. And so everything I have now is just profit, so there's no chance of losing money I worked for. Of course, now I have a huge bundle in there, so there's a chance of losing what I have in there, and I don't want to do that, of course. So I don't trade a lot. I mean, I just hang on to it because trading, you're just kind of risking losing it. When just leaving it sitting there, it just grows. And trading, you're risking trading at the wrong moment and taking a loss. Now, if you're like somebody that's always watching and understanding and growing, yeah, you can buy and sell on a daily basis if you want to. But because Bitcoin and the crypto coins grow so much, it's almost better just to leave it alone. It grows much better just leaving it alone, to be honest. So you just sit on it and just watch it grow. Now, the only reason I sell or trade, because I haven't put any money into it since I bought it. When I first bought it. Let's see, what is that? I can't get that little thing to show up anymore. Oh, there it is. So I think I sold, what does that say, September? Yeah, it might have been over here. No, it wasn't over there. It was not even a year later. I took my money out, what I initially invested, and then just let the rest just keep on going, and it's just kept growing. And that's pretty much what you need to do. You don't have to worry about learning how to trade or be a day trader or something like that, because with crypto, it's growing so much, and it's gonna grow so much. It's like you'll probably just make a mistake messing with it right now. Crypto is different than the regular market. The regular market, you're trying to catch it going up and down a lot, and you're not gonna have just this steady growth. Look at that steady growth from 2015 to today. It's just a straight upward projection. It's just going straight up. If you click on this to the right of the word all, if you click that, it gives you a chart. And if you put two fingers on and pinch the screen, you can, vary the size that you want to vary it. You can move this part to the left by moving the screen. You can pinch it left to right. Okay, and then you have, it'll show you, this is, I'm not exactly sure how much time, because this is the same. So this one, I just kind of floating my pin, which most people don't have a pin for their phones, but I have mine, and so I can just kind of float over to see. And this is for something in case you want to learn. So here you can use, like, let's see here where it says trend line. If you pick trend line and then pick a point here and pick a point over here, if you're getting into learning how to look at things, or let's just say you wanted to take a stab at what you think it's looking like. Oh darn, okay, there it goes. Click it, and when you click it, it comes like a little menu up at the top here. You can change the color of it, do different things with it. Move this little menu. If you click it over here on the far left, you can drag it, and since it's selected, you can delete it. And if you feel like playing around with those things eventually, I don't really mess with that too much. I have used it here and there to try to, just get an idea of where something would end up being by a certain amount of time if it continues on the same trajectory, the same projection. Let's see. Up and down, and you can stretch it up and down. So yeah, you see this been a real big dip, and then a rise, and a drop. So at the highest point, it looks like it was 109,000. Yeah, 109,000. That was on, at the bottom, it shows you the date, January. What? January 20. Okay, so we're just looking at today. So I didn't even know it got up to 109,000. So, that's if you want to play with something, or if you want to see a different time frame than what you're used to seeing. Let's see, there's different options here. I really don't use this too much. Sometimes I do use it a little bit just because I'm got time to play around. Oh yeah, that's right. I was using alerts. Let's take a look at that. So you can put an alert when you're here. If you say alert, Oh, okay. Looks like we can't use that right now. So anyway, on alerts here, you'll be able to say when it gets to 110,000, alert me. So it just gives you a notification. It's reached 110,000, or every time it crosses 110,000, it'll let you know that it crossed it, and then you have to come and look and see, did it cross it going up or did it cross it going down? You'll get the notification when it goes up, and you'll get the notification when it crosses it going back down. So I usually don't have it, you know, close to where the action's happening. So normally I would want to know for myself, like, let me know if it gets below 100,000. It's mainly just for, keeping an eye on, if it's dropping below 100 or below 98, so I don't get notified a bunch of times, just so I know if it's dropping a lot. If it's dropping a lot, it's when you want to say, oh, well, it's dropped so much. It'd probably be a great time to buy when it's dropped a lot. And then if you have it like up here, let's say at 110, or even if you say that you want to, put a goal of 110,000, you can be notified when it crosses 110,000. Let's say you want to sell some at 110,000. And then if you're lucky and you set it to buy again at 98,000, those things can actually be set automatically on the exchange to buy and sell for you when it reaches these locations. This is just a notification. But on Coinbase or trade, what is the other one? Man, I already forgot the name of it. Crypto.com. So on Crypto.com, you can do the same. You can actually program it. When it reaches there, it automatically sells, or you automatically buy. I don't use that because I want to see it. I want to be there when I'm messing with it. I don't want to make a mistake necessarily. It probably wouldn't make a mistake, but I don't trade enough on a regular basis to be worried about putting it on an automatic thing, unless I just don't have time to be looking at this. Or let's say I'm going to be busy for a few days and I know that a critical price point is going to hit, and if it does, I want to do something, buy or sell for whatever reason, then that would be a good time to put it, because I don't have time to watch it. And you should not get obsessed with looking at the numbers and staying on it every day. I mean, right now, I look at it every day because there's going to be some crazy action that hasn't happened before. So, but I don't have to look at it constantly. You can, just to kind of get a feel for what happened. After a while, you'll start to understand. You'll start to get a feel for how it moves and how the price changes. And I got to the point where I wasn't even looking at this for weeks at a time before I'd open it up and look at it, because everything was just kind of like steady rolling up, down. Your emotions can go up and down a lot with it, and it's like I don't want to be distracted with that. I have a lot of other things to do. I just look at it when I hear something's going on, or if I'm just curious, but lately, this past week, I check it every day, several times a day, just because it's pretty exciting when you get to see it shoot up, especially like it did in November. It shot up. I'm gonna go back to the regular. Let's see, how do I get back to? I think it's this little nut looking thing. No, it's not that one. And just go back to the watch list and click, watch list. Down at the very bottom, there's a watch list, and then there's chart. And I don't really use the other ones too much, but I go back to the watch list and click on Bitcoin again, and it goes back to the main chart. Down at the bottom screen, above the white bar where it says 5-year all, and then that little square on the far right, that's what we did to get to this chart. We can also just hit the back button, it goes back to the list. Anyway, that's a little bit on this. So here you're going to see that everything is US dollar, because I want to know what's the value of it in US dollars. And it just gives you the price on the white lettering, like the Bitcoin. Then on the right, it says the price is 102, 359, 349. It keeps changing. And it's got green lettering of how much for the day it went up or down. So right now it's green saying that it's going up. And I think that's either based on I'm not sure what that's based on, if that's based on an hour or whatever, but you'll see the red lettering, you'll know that it's on the downward, that it's going down. It really doesn't matter because it goes up and down all day long, every day. That's just the life of of a market, because people are buying and selling around the world constantly, and that's just giving you where it's sitting at that moment. It's never going to stay still, pretty much. It's just always going to be moving up and down. So these are all my ones that I have. It doesn't have balances or anything. It just has what's the market price at this moment. Let me kill that. So you can make your own list. I do this free stuff. I didn't buy into anything yet. I just like to see what's the price, and without having to log in or anything, I just pull up the you can sort it and just pull up the trading view, and it's already comes up like this. Hope that was helpful.